Hi, Gosia, duck with glasses. Here we go. Quiz 1. Which auxiliary verb does it take? You have 30 seconds per question. Good. The correct answer is does. Does she have a new car? What tense is it? Does anyone know what tense this is? Present simple, right? And so the verb is have, and in a question, does she have a new car? Yeah, a lot of people think has she have. That's not right. Does she have for the present simple? Marta. Good job. Hi, Ruth. Catching up on you. Okay, let's do the next one. Three people have answered. Good. So, just a second. Yeah.
I can't see the questions because I'm.
Okay, then don't do it then.
No, you can.
Huh? You need 2 windows.
But I don't have to.
Okay, then don't forget
Do it
it.
on this.
Sorry. Okay, so what tense is this? With meeting them as a main verb, you know that is in the ing form. We take which tense? The present continuous. And the auxiliary verb in the present continuous is the verb to be. So it's are we meeting at 3 o'clock tomorrow? Are plus meeting with the ing form. If you use do, it's a present simple. So in that case, it would be do we meet. Yeah, but for tomorrow, we don't use the present simple. Let's see the leaderboard. Nathaniel, he overtook Ruth. Number 3 of 15. Good. Tony has already finished his spaghetti, and the name of the tense is present perfect simple. So the only possible answer is has. Because Tony is singular. Tony has already finished his spaghetti. Are there technical problems going on? I see some people in the comments saying they can't see the answers. Okay, usually, Marta, you can usually see the options in the second window. Oh, my pictures. Sorry. Let me see what happened here. Okay, just a second. Wait. Let me solve this. Okay, before I go to the next one. Okay, so my picture and subtitles are covering this. Okay, let me take away the banner. No? Hide the banner. Okay, am I still covering the answers? Let me see. Is this better? We'll try the next one and see if it works out okay. Okay, Nazmul, you don't get to see the question, only the signs. Okay, Marta says it's better. Let's go to the next one and then tell me what it looks like. Everyone can tell me if you have technical problems. Ruth has been answering everything correctly, so I'm wondering if she's able to see it correctly. Question 4. Very good. I have not packed for my trip yet, so I takes the auxiliary verb I have, and it's the present perfect. So Marta says my picture is still covering the options. Do you have 2 windows open, Marta? Let me see. Let me make this smaller. My picture, I can't move that. Right. Okay, from now on, I'll read the third option out, okay? Because I can't move my picture. If I move my picture, you won't hear me anymore. I would do it, I'd just eliminate myself, but then you won't have my microphone. Now I see what you mean, okay. So Marta, you gained a little. Nathaniel is in the lead, he's on fire. Number 5. Three, two, one. Very good. I saw a lot of people answering in the last minute. Ray wants a quiet life, but his sister doesn't. So you have to use the auxiliary verb in this one instead of repeating the main verb. Yeah, you can use it as a short form. And it's the present simple, negative, so the verb is doesn't. Good. And I saw a couple people put don't. Don't is not possible because the subject is not plural, right? It's his sister, that's she, doesn't. Good. Okay, let's see who's in the lead. Nathan, still in the lead. Ruth, Marta, Rumi, Gosia. Okay. Same type of sentence as the last one. This is a very, very common mistake. So you have two situations where you use have. Have can be a main verb, and it can also be an auxiliary verb. The third way is in this one, it's a modal verb. So the modal verb is have to, right? And when you conjugate have to, if you say it in the negative, it becomes don't have to. So I don't have to. She doesn't have to. My dog doesn't have to. It's a little bit irregular because other modal verbs, you just repeat the modal verb, like I can or I can't. But with have to, the negative and the question take the same auxiliary verb as regular verbs. So it's I have to wake up early, but my dog doesn't. And the long form would be he doesn't have to wake up early. You can take notes if you want, but like I said, I have a grammar summary in the video notes. That one threw some people off. Sajib, you had technical difficulties. You still have a chance to catch up. But Natanya already has over 4,000 points. So let's see if anyone can catch him. Maybe you, Ruth. You're competitive. You'll catch up. You too, Marta. She has read a lot of books, but he hasn't. Very good. She has read a lot of books, but he hasn't. Present perfect. So remember, I see a couple people put doesn't. Here it's not correct because here the verb has is the auxiliary verb for the present perfect. She has read, he hasn't read. Doesn't would be with have to or have. I have a glass of water. I don't have a glass of water. She doesn't have a glass of water. But here it's the present perfect. The hardest problem with auxiliary verbs is with the verb have and learning when it's an auxiliary verb and when it's a main verb and when it's have to. Yeah, it's one problem I see all the time, more than any others. Everybody got it right. Yay, it's a past simple. Did your parents enjoy the concert? Great, because if you use have, then the verb enjoy would have to be past, enjoyed. Great. Sajiv's catching up. Rumi, pay attention. You got to catch him. Question 9 out of 15. This really doesn't taste good. Great. It really doesn't taste good. So how do you know it's the present simple? Because the verb is taste. It tastes good, positive. It doesn't taste good, negative. It hasn't tasted good would be the present perfect, but then taste would be in the past form. Uh-oh, Sajiv's on fire. Watch out, Ruth and Natan. 10 of 15. This is a new one today. I left because I had seen the film before. Extra credit if you tell me the name of the tense. I left is past simple. And what had happened before I left? It's the past perfect. Very good. Had seen. Good job, Nathaniel. Thank you, Nazmul. Past perfect. Another place we use auxiliary verbs in question tags. So these ones can be tricky. If the statement is negative, the question tag is positive. And if the statement is positive, the question tag is negative. In this statement, you never phone your grandma. It counts as a negative because of the word never. And therefore, the question tag has to be a positive. Do you? You never phone your grandma, do you? Sajiv's still on fire. I think Nathaniel's going to get the private lesson this time. Everyone is having a great time. Red, aren't they? Blue, don't they? Yellow, are they? Green, do they? Another question tag. If the statement is positive, then the question tag is negative. It's always the opposite. Everyone is having a great time, aren't they? Good. So one person put don't they, it should be aren't they, because present continuous with the ing form is are or aren't they? Aren't they having a great time? Let's look for that. Okay, Marta's doing well. She's catching up. I feel bad for Marta. She had technical problems. We can have a rematch next week. Very good. So hi, Elias. Thank you for being here. I think when I start the game, it's not possible to join in the middle. I'm not sure. I did put the code in the chat, but it might be too late. I think there are only one or two more questions. But you can play along in the chat. You can give us your answers and we'll give you credit. So it's another question tag. This time, you'll stay for dinner. Short for you will stay for dinner. And then, like I said before, if it's positive, it changes to negative. So if the verb is will, then the negative is won't. You'll stay for dinner, won't you? You will stay for dinner, won't you? You won't stay for dinner, will you? Always the opposite. Sajiv's catching up. You two better, I don't know how many questions are left. Maybe just 14 out of 15. 2 questions left. Okay. So red is and blue is does. John looks depressed, and so does Amy. Look, one person got it right. I really wonder who it is. And why is it does? Present simple, and the verb is looks, right? So John looks depressed, negative. John doesn't look depressed. So in this case, Amy is also third person. John looks depressed, and so does Amy. You could use is if the verb is. John is depressed, and so is Amy. But John looks depressed, and so does Amy. Let's see. It was Ruth. Ruth got it right. Good job, Ruth. The grammar queen. And this is the very last one. This one will determine who gets the private lesson. Good. I added another element here that doesn't have to do with auxiliary verbs. The couple was running away from the explosion. I knew a lot of people would put were because a couple is 2 people, but a couple is singular. So it's the couple was running away from the explosion. Past continuous. Okay, so let's see who's in the lead. Get ready for the podium. Third place, Sajiv. Good job. Koala bear. Yay, Ruth, you did a great job. And Nathaniel gets the grand prize. I'm so happy. I'm lucky. Good. So I wasn't able to show all the banners. I'm sorry about covering up some of the answers, but you'll have another chance, Marta and Sajib, next week to win a prize. I can show your, let me see what I can show. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I can show my banners too. Just a second. Okay, thank you for participating. So I will turn this into an assignment. My students know how it works. I can either play this live or I can assign it as homework. And I'll turn this into an assignment and I'll post it in the comments as well, to the regular comments and in the show notes, and give you a pin code. So if you want to review this again, you could read the grammar summary in the description and you can play it again and you can go for a higher score if you want. Auxiliary verbs are something you have to just practice. Everybody knows them if they think about them a lot, but while you're speaking, it's very easy to forget or to use the wrong ones because everyone will understand you, even if you make these small grammar mistakes. They're not big mistakes, so don't feel bad if this was really challenging. They're actually quite easy to learn. And what else do I want to say? I'd like to do this every Sunday if the time is good and enough people show up. I was happy with today's participation, and I was really happy to see all of you again. Those of you who I know Ruth, I think, and Ruth and Vesna I saw again. Rumi was here the first time, and newcomers are always welcome. So you can let your friends know if they want to participate also. That would be fun. And hopefully it will go smoother with Kahoot next time. I know how to avoid covering up the answers. I just won't make any other banners. And yeah, thanks for everything. And see you next time. And Nathaniel will be in touch about the prize, okay? If you have another idea for a Kahoot, you can also let me know. You know how to contact me. Anybody in the comments or in another video's comments, that's fine. Bye, Marta. Thank you. I hope you come to a rematch. Congratulations, Nathaniel. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.